Good.
Hello, you Mayhem makers. I am Mindy with Quilting Mayhem, and I'm back with Debbie from our machine department. And it is another lovely Monday of Mindy's Monday Mayhem, our tips and tricks. And we only have 7-8 days left of serger month. So we're trying to get as much serger info out to you guys as possible, all the fun things that they do. And today, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. We are going to show you, we're going to talk about the difference between cover stitch and chain stitch, which this lovely Bernina L890 will do. And the fun thing, you can make your own decorative fabric. So I'm actually going to come up, I'm going to get up close and personal with you guys. Is this not amazing? So this is all done with variegated thread. And you have your chain stitch, which is your little skinny stitches, and your cover stitches, which are these wider ones. And this is just all a plain Kona cotton, and then a decorative variegated thread. And then look at this. This you probably can't tell, but this is like glittery thread. And so once again, your skinny stitches are your chain, your thicker stitches are your cover, all done with this beautiful machine, the Bernina L890. And this is the Quilter's Edition. So it has this really cute kind of plaid design on it. We just got it in, and I already told Debbie it might need to go home with me because it's super cute, and it does come with some extra goodies and accessories. And I'm gonna let Debbie kind of explain to you what comes with this machine.
Yeah, so this is the Quilter's Edition of the L890. It comes with the big book of serger quilting, and so that comes with the machine. That big book of serger quilting will be available later on in the year to everybody.
Look.
So
in true Bernina fashion, big color images, lots of tutorials, how to set it up, how to set up your tension, your threads, and all different techniques. So these are, I call these like the Bibles of all the Bernina things.
yes, and you're going to get this fabric from Amanda Murphy, and the book. Let's look at this.
And thread.
It's the Bloom and Grow. Oh, there's thread, there's fabric, there's all kinds of fun stuff. But this book, it is an amazing amount of information that you get with this. So, and then you have a finished quilt at the end of it. And then you get a bunch of extra feet also. So you're going to get 3 extra feet, and that's the, let's see, this one is the shearing foot, then a clear foot, and then this one is the compensation foot. So when you're doing cover and chain stitch, sometimes you want to have that compensating on one side or the other.
Like big bags.
Yeah, and the clear foot, a clear foot for the serger. I've used the clear foot, and what's really nice, sometimes with some of the projects that you're working on, you want to be able to see because you can't see through that metal foot. So
I'm sure, especially with all the pretty decorative threads, you want to see kind of where you're going. So
and with the being that it's a Quilter's Edition, you know, a lot of times we're using a distance between or a set distance of your stitching, and so you have these seam guides that you can put in the shank of the machine, and you have a left and a right guide. You also have height compensation tools. So those are also
for those bags.
Nice.
All the bags you're now going to be making with your serger, getting
That's
through
right.
all those. I don't know how many of you, I hear you fight with your domestic machines because you've got batting, and you've got fabric, and then you've got more batting and more fabric, and you're trying to get them all together in that domestic machine, and you're like, it doesn't like it, or it struggles with it. And then we teach you, you know, hopefully if you have one with, you know, you can change your foot pressure and some of those kinds of tips and tricks. But I'll tell you, you take it to a serger, it doesn't even bat an eye. It's like, let's do this.
Yeah.
And so it does make it magical, but it is nice to have these extra tools for doing all that kind of stuff.
And then there's also a decorative spool holder. And so sometimes with the spools of thread that you get, they have what's called cross wound and then a single wound or whatever that is. Stacked. And so this goes on the back of the serger back here, and then you put that stacked spool on there, and that's able to come off and it's not going to get stuck.
Doesn't get all twisted and rat's nest on itself because it lets it come off the spool easier. And what I thought was kind of cool is I watched Debbie put it on the back of a serger just the other day, and then she moved it to the back. Like, it wasn't just that it had to be on the side. Like, you could move it around until you got that spool in the right position so it actually would feed nicely off. And I was like, oh, it doesn't just clip on one, like it'll fit all the way around your spool holder.
The decorative spools that we're using today are all crosswound, so I have those set up in the back of the machine here. And so what I want to show you, ooh, yeah.
Can we talk about
Yeah.
Let's talk about what she's playing with. She's excited. She just wants to get right to doing stitchy things. We do have a variety of glittery threads. I mean, I don't know how well this glitter kind of, but there's all kinds of, and they come in different ways. These are just kind of shiny, and different levels of, or intensity of glitter. And so, and she even made her own glitter yarn. Tell us about, oh my God.
Okay, so with this machine, it does the cover and the chain stitch as well as all your overlock stitches. So with the chain stitch, what I was able to do is make pretty much kind of this yarn almost. And so I'm going to show us a project with this at a later date, but this was so much fun. So what you do is you use the thread in the needle and then in the cover stitch portion of it, and you get this chain stitch, and it is wonderful.
Yes.
So much fun.
And just to make it kind of clear when we're talking cover and chain stitch, is that not all sergers come with chain.
No.
Only ones that actually say they have a chain stitch will they have it, because you actually have to do what I call kind of a conversion. So you have kind of a transformer machine. It's really cool, but only specific sergers will do chain. All of them will do a cover stitch. So that wider, or no,
overlock.
Overlock.
Yeah.
Or the overlock stitch. Sorry. And so you got to make sure, so this one does some extra things versus your regular sergers that just overlock. So there are some things that she's going to show you that you can only do if you have that chain stitch available on your serger.
Yeah.
So we have a couple different, at least two that do it.
Yeah, the cover chain stitch, those are additional from a regular overlocker. And so Bernina has the L890 that has the cover and chain stitch, and then Burnett also has a cover chain stitch machine. So
yeah, so just keeping that clear that not all sergers are quite made the same, so you do have to step up to get to that coverage.
Yeah,
Happiness.
So of this decorative thread that we put on this fabric, so what we have to do, this is the side that we're going to end up using, but what you have to do is stitch backwards. So the back of your quilt is what you're going to have facing up.
So for this example, the teal is now what would be like the inside of whatever you're trying to create. So if you're making your own decorative fabric for a jacket, a bag, table runners, tablecloth, all that kind of stuff, the teal is now what's acting as the liner of that project.
Yeah.
And then the black on the other side is what's going to get the decorative stitches.
So depending on the design that you want to have, you can mark your fabric ahead of time. I already have some stitching on this, so I have the guide set up, and so I have the guide on where I previously stitched, and I'm going to stitch again. So let's go ahead and I'm just following the guide right here with that previous stitch. Then
They're cool tool. I love this tool.
this tool, so when we're doing that cover and chain stitch, and then we bring this over and use the cutter. There we go. Whoops.
Throw a thread at you.
Oh my goodness. There we go. So now we've stitched on the back, and then we have that stitched on the right side of our fabric. So we can see here, one's a little bit tighter. That's because I used a shorter stitch length, and then this is what the stitch automatically stitches at. So this one I made it a little shorter. So
show them the back side too. It's nice and clean.
This is the back side.
Just because all those curious people, they want to know all the things. And just so you understand, so maybe you do have an L890 and you do want to do all this fun stuff. So keep in mind, she does have it set up. It is the 3-thread cover stitch. And what's nice is this machine comes with all kinds of tutorials built into it. So if you're somebody like me that's new at serging, and I'm like, Debbie showed me this really cool thing, and then all I know is it's a 3-thread, cover stitch. You can go find it. It'll walk you through it because you don't always remember everything. And then talk about the thread, how you have it set up back here, because this is a little different than normal. I thought this was really cool, and because Debbie goes, "Did you know you could do this? Did you know?" Like I watched and I saw this. I'm like, okay, this is really cool. So
yeah, Pam Mashi is a Bernina educator and knows everything about sergers. So what I learned is there's 2 threads in here. I have the kind of a glittery thread and then a 12-weight thicker thread, kind of a jean thread. And I have both of those going through the chain portion of the air thread. Now when you do the air thread, what you need to do, and we'll show this actually at a different time.
We've already we've got a list of more tutorials. So hopefully if you're following, liking, and subscribing our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all those kinds of things, especially YouTube. We are starting to try to get a lot more tutorials on our YouTube channel for you. So just Quilting Mayhem on YouTube, and if you subscribe, it'll let you know as soon as we drop new videos, so you can go and see. And so yes, we're making a list. Debbie and I we're starting to get a lot more videos for you guys. So that is on the list of soon to be created for you.
Yes, there is a technique in which you get both of these threads through, because you don't air thread both of those at the same time. There's a different method. But what I learned is that you can do up to 4 to 5 isocord. So that's 40 weight. 50 weight?
50 weight, that's a
thread. And I was like, what? So you can really have a lot of fun with the threads and what your decorative stitch is going to look like. So again, we'll show some more of that. But, with the air thread, oh my gosh, this machine is so amazing. And then when I stitched, it's so quiet also.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that is one thing when you serge, you're like, oh, it's so much quieter than some of the other sergers, because there are some sergers
like a freight train.
They are like a freight train, and so you're like, oh, that's so nice. And just, knowing that it can't, like, you don't just have to stay with serger thread to do projects on a serger, and that you don't just have to be making garments. You don't have to be like, oh, I just want to make t-shirts and have the pretty stitch on the bottom, or be able to hem my pants because I'm short and nothing comes in my size. You can now make your own fabrics. I mean, we've done quite a few things for you guys of non-garmenty stuff. Like last week we showed the Franken batting of stitching that together, the quilt as you go. Like, they have really kind of gone above and beyond with the sergers of, doesn't just have to be for the garment people. So that's why this one is called the Quilters Edition, is because they have given us quilty people those extra tools that we need to do the more quilty type projects with the serger. And like I said, it gets really nice when you're working in the thicker projects and the batting on top of batting and those kinds of things. It's just, I love it.
And so next week, one of the things that we're going to do is, so there's an overlock, and we've talked about cover and chain stitch, and then there's the combination of the two. So we're going to show that next week. And
all the new things.
Yes.
All the things. And I also suggest, once again, if you are not on the Bernina We Also blog, get on that list. I've really been enjoying them lately. They've come up with some fun new projects that aren't your average boring projects. And I was just watching a video the other day of how to put beads on a project, on a garment with the serger, with a beading foot. I mean, there's just so many things that you can do with this machine. This is my new love. So,
and she's so pretty.
She's so pretty. As I was like, she may have to come home with me. I like this design. Any other perks of getting this machine, Miss Debbie?
So, this month we're having a get your tax back. And so with the purchase of the machine, what you pay in tax, you will get back in a Quilting Mayhem gift card.
That is so cool.
You also, we're having our, because next month is Mindy's birthday month and Quilting Mayhem's anniversary. So with every $10 that you spend on product, you get a ticket. And then when you purchase the machine, it's one ticket per every $100. And you get put into the drawings. And we have 2 drawings during this. The first drawing, there'll be 6 winners. And then the last drawing, there'll be 6 winners plus a grand prize. So if you don't get your ticket picked the first time, keep your tickets till the next time, and then hopefully you'll be a winner.
All the giveaways and goodies. That is the plan.
Yeah.
We love to celebrate, and we love to celebrate you guys. And remember, Bernina does have some of their sergers are on sale this month, so there are promotions for those. So definitely, if you're now thinking you need something like this, and it doesn't have to be this one, we have plenty of sergers to look at and to test drive and see which one really fits your needs. Maybe you're a college student, you need something smaller, or you're just a beginner, you want to start out simple. We have from the very beginner basics in the Bernette line all the way up to I want to do all the serging things and air thread, because air thread I've learned. There is no more telling me you can't thread your serger if you've got air thread, because it just does it for you. We love it.
Yeah.
And then we do have videos on how the air thread works on our YouTube channel. So if you want to see that magic, once again, check out YouTube. We're working hard to get you lots more videos, but otherwise, hopefully you come see us. Today is Earth Day, so happy Earth Day. We are doing an Earth Day promotion. If you want to come recycle some of your fabric, which will get donated to the Linus Project, you will get credit in the store up to $20, so you get a $1 credit per pound of fabric up to that $20. So if you're looking at some fabric and you're like, I don't know what I was thinking, that's been in my stash, I don't know how long, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what vintage age that fabric is, we've had some people already, they're like, just don't look. I'm like, I'm good with whatever you donate. I understand that we are curators of fabric. We keep that fabric for a while sometimes. Just bring it in, and you just go out with the old, in with the new. You get credit to use in the store same day for donating that back as kind of an Earth Day instead of it going into the dumps, those kinds of things. We're doing that, I believe, all week. And then we did start for Mother's Day. So those of you that have family members that struggle to get you something you actually want for Mother's Day, we brought the Mother's Day gift card promo out starting today. It was announced in our newsletter, and it should be hopefully going out on our social media. And this time, so I heard some requests about our free fabric card, where it was the 1 yard. We had people, they want fat quarters. So for Mother's Day, we're doing a fat quarter gift card where for June, July, and August, for each month, you'll get 5 fat quarters. So we kind of did the BOGO. So the 4 fat quarters and the 5th one free that we do on Friday, we did as kind of the Mother Day perk. So technically, that's like 1.25 yards of fabric each month. So it's a little bit better than that yard card we were doing, but it is for any of our pre-cut fat quarters in the store. So $100 gift card that you get to spend on anything in the store, and then you get, starting in June, those 5 free fat quarters. So please tell your family. Just send them links to the social media with little hey, don't buy me flowers that die, buy me the Quilting Mayhem gift card that I can use and will last a lot longer. Or don't buy me chocolate because I'm trying to not eat chocolate. I don't know. I do still love chocolate, but there are those things. You rather have some fabric, if you were me, and a gift card to spend on whatever. Yeah. So tell your friends and family, or maybe you need to get one for a friend or mom or somebody else. They're great. You can buy them online. And we will make it so you can use them online. Just let us know if you do need an online code, and they will go all the way. We're selling them all the way towards Mother's Day, so we got a couple weeks of that promo going on. So otherwise, I think that's it. We got one more video about sergers this month, but this month's coming to an end really quick, and the sales are not going to last long. The Get Your Tax Back only goes till Sunday, so if you want to get that extra, 9.3%, almost 10% back on your purchase, you want to take advantage of that this week. You can email us, call us, anything, message us through Facebook or Instagram. We'll answer your questions and help you find the right machine that fits you. So have an amazing Monday and keep on stitching.